Alison. I'm here at the International Culinary Center. First of all, before we start, I want to tell you one thing. I don't like mayonnaise that much. I don't put it on my sandwiches. I don't really eat salads with mayo in it, but after spending an entire class doing sauces and learning how to make homemade mayo, I have this newfound love for mayo that is homemade. It's much different than the stuff that you buy in the store. And I recommend that everybody try it at least once. Try to make homemade mayo so you know what mayo is actually supposed to taste like. First, you want to start with 2 egg yolks. We're doubling the recipe here. It'll give you about 2.5 cups of mayo. Use the shells as little cups until all of the egg whites are gone. And then put it in a bowl. And then your second egg. So when I first made this at home, I went out and bought really expensive organic eggs because, like everybody else, I was scared of getting sick from salmonella. Turns out salmonella is on the outside of the egg, so if you're worried about it, just take a little bit of white vinegar, rub it on the shell of the egg, or throw it in some boiling water for a few seconds, but either way, the egg yolk is perfectly safe to eat. You will be fine. Then you want to add 2 tablespoons of mustard. This is Dijon mustard here, but you can use any mustard that you'd like. Same with the vinegar. You want to add a little vinegar. This is red wine vinegar. Now I like to whisk these together a little bit, and then you want to add a little bit of salt. And then some white pepper. You can use black pepper too, but if you don't want to see it, it's nice to have white pepper because then it'll blend right into your mayo. So, the oil. This is where people tend to go wrong when they're making homemade mayonnaise. You're literally going to be adding 1 drop at a time until the sauce comes together. Now for this, you want to use a neutral tasting oil, like canola oil, which is this, or vegetable oil. Homemade mayo can actually last in your fridge for about a week covered, and that's fine for me. For somebody that's not really a big mayo eater, I like to only have mayo in for a little while, otherwise it sits there forever. In between whisking, you just want to make sure that before you add more oil, all of the oil is incorporated, because you'll be able to see the oil. Once it's incorporated, you won't see the oil. It'll just be a creamy mixture. You can stop whisking and stop adding your oil when the texture kind of becomes like mayonnaise. We're almost there with the texture, and you'll notice that this mayonnaise isn't actually white. It's more like a yellow. It's going to take the color from the egg yolks and the mustard, but stuff you buy in the store shouldn't really be white. This is exactly the texture you want. It's going to be perfectly creamy mayo. It's going to look like mayo. When I made this at home, I added Chipotle's adobo sauce, lime, and I made myself this little bowl of homemade Chipotle mayo. Everybody was really impressed. I put it with potatoes and meat, but you can make it for sandwiches. You could put horseradish in it and make it for a roast beef sandwich. You can add lemon, you can add garlic, you can add herbs. It's very versatile. You can do so many things with it. I really recommend you trying it at home. For this recipe, and to continue following me through culinary school, stay with us at What's Cooking on CBSnews.com.